Right, our Range Rover Sport L494 has been laid up here a while. We've had the battery charger on it, but the battery's had enough. We can't get any charge in it to get it do a lot. So we are going to put a new battery in it. So in this video, we are going to show you how to put a new battery in your Range Rover Sport L494. We are going to show you how to change the BMS, the battery monitoring thing, if you need to do that. We might take a second peek at the secondary battery, because there's two batteries. There's the secondary battery, which is a stop-start battery, and the primary battery. So we are going to focus mainly on the primary battery at the moment. So it is not at the front. It is not like all the other cars where you can have it in here. It is at the back, and Destiny and I have been discussing the benefits of having a battery in the back. It's better for weight distribution because you've got a lot of weight at the front with your engine and gearbox, so having it at the back is good. Get that 50-50 weight balance thing going on. It's also very low down. If it's in the engine bay, it's often quite high up, and as you'll see, it's actually hidden right at the back down here. Obviously, the disadvantage of rear mounted batteries, you've got somewhere some massive battery cable going to the starter motor. Right, Destiny, let's have a look. Oh, I haven't put that boot floor down right. I've left the little clip straggling out. So, boot floor out. You can clip it up. Demonstrate the clippy up thing just so that people want to know. If you want to just clip the boot floor up, there's got that little mechanism there, look. But right, for now, let's just get it out and chuck it on the floor somewhere. Talking of rear mounted batteries, we were going to mention this, weren't we? Look, the old Mini. So the Range Rover Sport is not the first car in the world to have a rear mounted battery. Look, we've got the old Mini here, look. And those of you that remember, look, check that out, little rear mounted battery. We'll have to play with that another day. But right, back to the job in hand. Right, so then you've got your spare wheel retainer. So you'll sort of undo. Actually, take that cloth out of the way. You can. Let me show you something, Destiny. Whip that out of the way. It's worth unspinning that secondary thing a little bit because that will make it looser. Then now you can undo that. So that's just the secondary clamp. That's all out now. So there's that. Chuck that away in our little disc. Keep that all neat down there. Right. Then we've got the spare wheel. You up for this? Yeah. Right. We've got a space saver wheel. There she goes. Poof. Put that down somewhere. Okay, it's not that easy with a full-size spare wheel, is it? We were just doing that. Now, as a word of, this is almost identical on the 494 as on the full-size Range Rover L405, virtually identical. So there we go. So now, if you've got a full-size spare wheel, you won't have this little foam insert, but if you can just whoop that foam insert out carefully, if you've got a locking wheel nut that you don't lose it, that's where that should live. That's the insert, and that makes up for what the spare wheel lacks. Right, and there's the hook that we can never know where they're supposed to go. Recovery eyes. I'm not even sure we're supposed to have two. Maybe one's front, one's rear. Who knows? Right. Now the battery. Reveal where the battery is. There he is. Look, we can see him. We can start to see him. He's hiding there right at the back. But we can't get him out. You just want to disconnect the battery. I did a video on that. You can just loosen this 10mm socket and disconnect the earth. But, actually, I'm going to say let's disconnect the earth first, Destiny, because before we go waving tools around near that battery live terminal, should we disconnect that? Yeah. So you've got a 10mm socket on that little funny sloping bolt there, and then just you need to loosen him a few turns, and you don't need to take him all the way off.
There's not a lot of wiggle room in there.
There's not a lot, and that's it. And then you should better wiggle it side to side first. And then we can lose that battery terminal, tuck him right out the way, and he's out the way, so we're not worried about anything. Oh, you could disconnect that BMS as well. That'll give you a bit more room. So there's a little button you've got to press on the side. Oh, let me zoom in. You got a little press that little zoom there. Oh, someone's calling me. Right, get that earth out the way, and I'll see who's calling me. Let's have a look. You got that tucked out the way, and then what we've got to do is take the compressor off. Right. Okay. Next, we've got to take out that little. That just goes out there. And some little inserts. Show us the little inserts on the bottom. On the bottom. It's got these three little holes here, and they sit over those that little metal bracket with three little bits sticking up. Right. Right, now we've got, okay, so this compressor is held in with two bolts. So it's got one here, we've coloured it orange for you, and the second one there. And the compressor bracket holds the compressor, but it also acts as a top battery clamp. But it's got two prongs over this side, which are which we've coloured orange, and we'll see those. So you've got to loosen the two first. Right, we're now ready to undo the bolt. So yeah, get that front bolt out. Pass that to me. I'll show everyone that while you get on with the second one. They're both the same. They've got like a captive washer on them. They're 10mm as well. Yeah, they're quite long. That's why we're using the tool there. Right. So now we should be able to ready. So we've obviously got those prongs sat. So you've got to lift the compressor up a bit and the end nearest the camera, and that's it. Now you can sort of flip it up completely out the way, so we haven't messed with the air suspension at all.
And that's why it's better to disconnect that first.
Yeah, get that earth cable out the way, because it sort of gets over one other thing. Right, and now we've got that bit of foam. Careful with that bit of foam. It's got a little wedge at that end, look, and it breaks off easily. So that is, and that forms, it obviously clamps down. So let's have that out the way. Right, now you can see so now we're nearly there. So the battery's now loose, but we've got to disconnect the terminal. So let's do the air breather first. So you should have a little air breather there to take any toxic gases when it's charging itself. Wiggle him out, tuck him out the way. Don't forget to reconnect him. And then you've got to remove that little black. So you've got to squeeze the two little bits together in the middle there. Yeah, ours is a bit broken. And you should then be able to take that little plastic cap off. Put him out the way somewhere. And then we've got the same, we've coloured it orange for you there. Zoom in. Ooh, look at me on. Yeah, I'm all good. And obviously now with the earth disconnected, we're not worried about touching anything. Right, we only need to undo him a bit now. This is sort of a hard wiggle, this one, isn't it, Destiny? Do you reckon you're going to be able to wiggle him off? There is plenty of movement in the lead, but he just seems to not want it. He's not a lot of wiggle room. I'll give you there you go. Right, so you got to obviously pull it up square, and now we should be in a position where we can lift that battery out. Easy does it, Destiny. So there we go. So that is the old battery. Now, right, so we're going to put the new one in. The reverse is the same. Make sure you put the compressor on before you connect the earth lead. What else do we need? Right. So when you change a battery in one of these, you're supposed to change the battery monitoring system. So the BMS is, I'll put a picture of it on the line, it's just held in with this nut here. And it's just this little piece here. And you can put a new BMS on which learns itself. So you don't need to go to the main dealer. And to be honest, I've always put a new battery on and just driven it, and it's been fine. But we will now do a video. If you've got an IID tool or similar, we'll put the battery in, then we'll jump in the car with you and we'll show you how to go through the service menu on the IID tool and just tell it you fitted a new battery. We did mention the second battery, didn't we, Destiny? Now apparently the second battery is hiding, right, we'll undo this trim clip here, is hiding under the back of here somewhere. Can we see him there? See that battery goes in there, but we're not going to do that. But that's where he is. He's in there. He's in behind there somewhere. So that's your stop-start battery. The lights ran out of battery, has it? Right. Let's jump in the car and look at this IID. Ooh. Right. Quick note: when you've changed your battery and put a new battery in, your tailgate might not close. You'll probably have to manually, because it doesn't know where it is, up or down. So you'll probably have to just gently close it against the motor, and then once you do that, then it will have relearnt itself if you've got a power tailgate. Right, let's see if it starts, and let's get the IID tool on it. Right, let's see if it starts. It hasn't been started for a while. Let's have a look. Oh, you have to put the key next to the thing here. Yeah. Yeah. It's under here, isn't it?
No, it's on the side.
It's on the side of this. There you go. Ha! Give it a rev, Destiny. She's back in live. Right, so this is the IID tool. So we're going to plug that in the ODB2 port, and the lights should come on to let us know it's awake.
Oh, it's so dark down there.
Yeah, it's dingy down there. We've got some lights. I think they're on the back side flashing. Right, now we don't need to start it. We should just better put the ignition on. So don't press the brake. And there you go. Well done. Destiny's put a new battery key in the key fob, so we haven't got to Hold it next to the rib bits. Right, let's get my phone out now. There's me. Right, so there we go. Destiny's in control of the tech. Go on the Gap Diagnostics, search for tool. Okay, and there you go. And it's getting all the details of the car. We'll probably clear the fault codes, but we should go, if we go into service menu, what has it got? Right, so they've hidden it under BCM, and then it's got battery replacement. Okay, would you like to proceed with this routine? Yes. Executing the routine. 9 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Checking faults. Alright, operation succeeded. So this is, because what it does is it sees if the battery's getting older and tired, and it limits it and treats it like it's a pensioner and everything, and goes easy on it. But when you put a new one in, it's going, right, okay, let's see what you can do. And obviously it optimizes its charging, and it can stop you overcharging and improve your fuel efficiency apparently. Now I think it will work without it, but it's probably worth getting this done if you can. I can't see it being a bad thing to do. So we're all done now, aren't we, Destiny? We've got a new battery, new key fob battery. The Carbon Shark lives again. So let's try and do some more Range Rover Sport stuff. Now, interestingly, we were trying to work out an anti-theft thing to try and do some anti-theft stuff, but we were trying to put an interrupter switch on the brake pedal, brake light switch, but we've done some tests of starting the car, and it actually senses the brake pressure off the ABS system, not the brake light switch. So interrupting the brake light switch is not gonna scupper those thieves, but we're working on it. Right, good luck with your battery replacement.